What are you running from? Let's start here. Not with answers, not with advice, but with a question, one that might have been quietly trailing you for years. What are you running from? Not physically, maybe, but emotionally, spiritually, internally. What is it that you keep pushing down? What is it that keeps creeping back up every time you finally sit still? You don't have to answer right away. You don't even have to say it out loud. But I want you to be honest, maybe for the first time in a long time, with yourself, with what's rising inside you, with the ache you keep trying to escape. Because we all run, sometimes in obvious ways, through busyness, noise, relationships, work. Other times in ways so quiet, so socially acceptable, that we don't even realize it's running. Perfectionism, people-pleasing, overachieving, numbing, overthinking, always planning, never pausing. But behind every version of running is the same quiet truth. There's something we're afraid to feel. Something we think we won't survive if we slow down enough to face it. So again, gently, slowly, what are you running from? Maybe it's grief you've never named. Maybe it's anger you were never allowed to express. Maybe it's shame that clings to memories no one else even remembers. Maybe it's a version of yourself that you've tried to erase. Maybe it's fear. Fear that if you stop, even for a second, the sadness will swallow you. Fear that if you let the truth surface, everything you've built will fall apart. Fear that if you let yourself feel, you'll never stop crying. I know how tempting it is to stay in motion, to keep fixing, doing, climbing, proving, to fill every space with noise so there's no room for silence, to scroll instead of sit, to check out instead of check in. But what if the thing you're running from is exactly where your healing lives? What if facing it doesn't break you, it frees you? We think pain is the enemy. We think stillness is dangerous. But maybe the real danger is how long we've lived without touching the core of who we are. How long we've avoided the parts of us that are tender, bruised, unspoken. You weren't meant to carry this all alone. So tonight, just stop. Stop running. For a moment. For this breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your thoughts come. Let them swirl. Let them scream. Let them cry. You're safe now. Whatever you've been running from, it doesn't have to stay in the dark anymore. You can face it. Gently. Slowly. Together. I'm not here to rush you. I'm not here to judge what comes up. I'm not here to tell you what to do with it. I'm just here, beside you, in the silence, in the discomfort, in the stillness that you've tried so hard to avoid. Because stillness isn't empty, it's honest. Stillness is where the truth lives. And you deserve to live in truth, not just function inside a mask. So ask yourself, what hurts that hasn't healed? What voice did you silence to be accepted? What part of yourself did you leave behind to survive? What version of you still believes love has to be earned? That rest has to be deserved? That healing is for other people, not you? You don't have to answer out loud. You don't have to know everything. You just have to start listening. Not to the world, not to the noise, but to the whisper you've been trying to outrun. It's not here to destroy you. It's here to bring you home. Running gave you something once. It protected you. It helped you survive. It gave you control when everything felt chaotic. But you're not in danger anymore. You don't need to outrun your own soul. You are allowed to slow down, to be still, to feel what you feel, to let the old pain rise and pass, to stop pretending you're okay when you're exhausted inside. You don't have to hold it all together. You don't have to keep moving just to prove that you're strong. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is stop and feel. So let yourself feel. Let the memories come if they come. Let the sadness move through you. Let the tears fall if they need to. Let your heart speak. Let the fear rise. Let the silence surround you. Let the truth whisper. You don't have to run anymore. Because running keeps you tired. Running keeps you away from yourself. And you, the real you, the one who's underneath all the layers, all the expectations, all the pressure, you deserve to be known. You deserve to be safe inside your own mind. You deserve to rest. So what are you running from? Maybe it's the person you used to be. The one who trusted too much. The one who got hurt. The one who broke down in front of the wrong people. Maybe it's guilt. For something you said. Something you didn't say. Something you didn't do. Maybe it's anger. The kind you've shoved down your whole life. Because you were told to be kind. To be quiet. To be small. Maybe it's the feeling that you're not enough or that you're too much. Whatever it is, you don't have to keep locking it away. The only way out is through. And I know that sounds scary. But through doesn't mean fast. Through doesn't mean alone. Through doesn't mean all at once. Through means a breath. A step. A moment of courage, and then another. That's all you need right now. Not solutions. Not closure. Just honesty. Honesty about the fact that you're tired. Honesty about how long you've been running. Honesty about how badly you want to stop. You're not broken for feeling this way. You're not failing because you can't keep pretending. You're not weak for needing rest. You're human. You're hurting. And you deserve to be held, not judged. So tonight, this space, this quiet, it's yours. You don't have to perform. You don't have to explain. You don't have to smile when you want to scream. Just sit. Just breathe. Just let the truth rise. Let the old feelings rise. Let the tears rise if they need to. I'm not afraid of your pain. And you don't have to be either. Because the feelings you've been running from, they're not monsters. They're messengers. They're trying to bring you back to the parts of you you've buried. And I know, facing them is hard. But living without yourself is harder. So let this be the night you stop running. Not because you're ready. Not because it's easy. But because your soul is tired. And you deserve peace. You don't need to run to be loved. You don't need to perform to be accepted. You don't need to be anyone else to be worthy. You, as you are, right now, with all that you carry, are enough. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are just here. And that is more than enough. So what if, for once, you didn't run? What if, for once, you stayed with yourself in the stillness, in the ache, in the not knowing? What if you just let it be? Let it rise. Let it speak. Let it soften. Because what you've been running from might just be the key to everything you've been longing for. And when you stop running, even for one night, even for one breath, something shifts. You hear your heart again. You remember what peace feels like. You begin to trust yourself again. Not because it's all fixed. Not because you've figured everything out. But because you chose to be present. With the fear. With the sadness. With yourself. And presence, not perfection, is where healing begins. So no more running. Not tonight. Tonight, you rest. Tonight, you breathe. Tonight, you remember. You are worthy of being known. You are worthy of being whole. You are worthy of coming home to yourself.